Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, guys. How's everyone doing? Welcome to our earlier planning session. Thank you guys for accommodating me and allowing me to do this in a little bit earlier time slot today. Let's see, I saw Elizabeth. Hello, hello. I love that Double Down Day worked so well for you and you came up with so much for your story. I love that. So this character is going to have a handful. Let's see, Rita, hello. Hey, Mary, how's it going? Let's see, Phyllis, hello. Looking forward to planning today. Awesome. Welcome, Andrea. Let's see. Okay, guys, we're going to dive right on in because I'm excited. I finally get to use the Stellology. I got it all set up. I printed out all that I wanted from, it's a Stellology HB90 combo because I found that I could not do the discbound anymore. It just wasn't working for me. But I was loving the planner itself. I just couldn't stand that I couldn't get everything in the junior discbound size. I'd always have to have pages out, and then I'd be like, oh, I want to I can't. They're still in the other book waiting to go in. So this way, I'm basically taking a combination of a B6 Stellology with the HB90 method and kind of bullet journaling at the same time. So we'll see what happens here. I'm excited to start. Hey, Mary Rose, Riley, hey, how's everyone doing? Okay. So I guess we're going to kick right in and we're going to start with Elizabeth. I like the new background city. It's very peaceful. Thank you. I wanted something with a touch of fall. Things are starting to change a little bit around here and the colors are starting to get in that warmer tones, which I love. If you guys don't know me, I'm a fall girl. Love fall. Fall and spring, like give them to me. I'm happy. Summer, I'm not against it, but it can get a bit hot. Okay, guys, so we'll start like we always start before we dive into our weekly review. How do you think you did last week without looking at your planner? Where did you think you were successful? Where do you think you were challenged the most? What are you most proud of? What did you, and where did you fall short? Where do you believe you fell short? Let's see, Phyllis, I use the self-journal. It has daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly planning pages along with project planning pages. Oh, interesting. Elizabeth, I'll take summer all year over winter. Oh, well, winter we won't discuss. It just doesn't exist. Okay, guys, how do you think you did? I think I'm happy with the progress I made in writing. My Instagram went well, lives went well. The other things on the list either didn't happen or barely happened, so not too impressed with myself on that. But I knew that I didn't necessarily, I shouldn't say that. There's one thing that I knew was going to take time to figure out, and I figured it out, but it took even longer to do than I thought it was going to. But at least I was successful in the end after warring with the computer for a day. So I was successful. I will call that a win. As for I feel like my third goal, I'm hoping as we now go into the new quarter, the restructuring of that goal will help me to achieve more. It's kind of been my weakest one, and I kind of would prefer to see that one become more. So I'm hoping with the new quarter and the new definitions for that goal, it will come together. Let's see. Elizabeth, I think I did well, except for not getting my Kanban board done. You're not alone, hon. My Post-its are ready. I mean, the ideas are ready. I just have to do them on here. I got one goal up, and I still have a teeny bit of to go into that one. So there's stickies on the board. I'm calling that a success. I got obsessive with writing and left my Kanban board aside. I did hit my best goal for writing 6 chapters in draft 2. Well, that's beautiful. So it's always a trade-off in life, right? You've poured yourself into your writing and the Kanban board kind of lacked, but you can kick back and watch some YouTube videos today and go and do the Kanban board today, right? You know, so it's all good. Let's see. Riley, me too, summer all the way to Elizabeth. I love it. Let's see. Rita, I spent the day yesterday at a local trade show and community supper. Oh, I love that you found your Oracle deck. That is so awesome. I cheered you on. I give you hearts because I know you were looking for that. Which meant social interaction with those I normally don't. I spent more time out of the house, but also got some chapters written. That's beautiful. I love that. Andrea, chapter edits are getting stressful. Took a break to work on business plan. That's good. That's a good balance. It's a different mindset. I like that. That's good. That's a good way to create some balance there. Okay, guys, we're gonna dive into our first panel and get our planner out and look at our weekly review. Riley finally got an olive bullet journal. Ooh, nice little jelly. It is my holy Dojo Bible, creative outlet for times when I want to be organized and times when I feel unhinged. Ooh, love that wording. Phyllis, it was a good week. General, I focused on health and self-care. I caught up on my household cleaning. Writing, I identified a tool for my manuscript revision and uploaded some writing. Nice. Elizabeth, draft 2 is looking way better than draft 1 of this book. They look so different from each other already. Ooh, I'm liking that too. Congrats. Okay, guys, we're going to dive into our first panel, weekly review. This is where we actually pull out our plan from last week. And if you are doing HB90, you have something like this. If you're using a different planner system, pull up, or even if you just used a piece of paper to scroll it all out and write it out, if you actually just tried to populate your master week right off the bat from the plan, whichever you have, wherever you did that initial planning for next week, pull that up. Let's see, weekly review. What were your successes, your challenges, your biggest distractions? Mine was my cameo, but I have to do that in order to get to the next step, so it's a distraction with a plus. Best fixes and what needs to be carried forward. Let's get our first 2-minute timer up, and we're going to figure out, and we're going to take a nice look at our weekly review. Check marks, circles, red ink, whatever it is that you want to go over your week last week with, to show where you succeeded, where you were challenged, and where you basically, just so you have a plan, sort of a mini idea where you're going to head in from this new week. Okay, guys? Let's see. And go. 2 minutes. Weekly review. Okay, so let's see. How did you guys make out? Phyllis to Andrea, edits definitely can be stressful. I like the fact that you have other tasks to do to take a break from it. Yes, and you're still moving forward on something you need to move forward on, which I think is amazing. Let's see. Elizabeth, one challenge that I find is hard to tackle is impatience. I want things to happen faster than they are, and I need to trust the process and the correct speed. I wrote a poem called Patience, and that helped a lot. I love that. Beautiful. Let's see. Andrea to Phyllis, yes, learning to multitask more. Beautiful. Let's see. Mary, I have to make a quick food run. I'll either rewind when I get back or catch the replay. Perfect. Hope, just joining in a little late, just got a planner and I'm prepping for Nano. Oh, thank you for joining us. Which planner did you go with? Let us know. We're not planner specific here, but it's always kind of nice to know what people are using. Let's see. Phyllis, I had a successful week. One challenge is to not try to get too much done during the week. I am carrying over a few health-related tasks this week. The best fix is to look at my calendar daily. Beautiful. Yeah, that was one of the things I recommended on Instagram this week, is just have your planner open. I think that is so powerful, and when we close it and we put it away, we're kind of mentally putting it away too, right? Phyllis, yes to Andrea, me too, perfect. Rita, signed up for Nano. So awesome. I'm not a fan or anything. No accounting, but watched some videos for writing and prepped over. Sweet. Obligations away from home, and even got 1,000 words on my next chapter. Nice. Got thousands words. I'm not sure I'm supposed to. Let's see. Riley, need to focus on setting aside time for beta reading. 3 student submissions to critique each week, and the motivation is lacking. What is it about it? Is it something you're not enjoying, or something that is it stealing from your own creative time? What is it that the motivation is lacking for? Is it something you're not enjoying anymore? Maybe it's time for it to go, possibly. Let's see. Rita, best found the Monology cards. Yes. My friend just knew I was looking for a deck. I love that. That's amazing. That's perfect. Okay, guys. Oh, my lighting went funky there. Okay, guys. We are going to dive into our next panel. Oh, I don't usually click that off. That's because I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, brain. Okay. Just 1,000 words. No, that's okay. That's okay. I just wasn't sure if I was supposed to read like multis or something. 1,000 words is perfectly fine if they weren't planned. That's amazing, actually. Okay, let's see. So we're going to go into, well, we all know this is Elaine's favorite. What have you been avoiding? Why? Does it still matter? Make it priority number 1 if it does, and free yourself of it. Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer going up here, and let's figure out what is it we've been avoiding for the last week or 2, maybe 3 or 4. You never know. And let's do this and go. did you guys come up with? Let's see. Phyllis, thanks Rita for reminding me to sign up for NaNoWriMo. Love that. I didn't know we could sign up already. Oh yeah, you can. What's the earliest? I think they let us do it. I'm trying to think when it popped up there. When I say sometime in early September, I think they started saying go ahead. I think it feels off because it's not quite. It doesn't feel like the season's there yet. I get it. Let's see. Elizabeth, I have been avoiding looking for a new desk chair since my current desk chair is peeling and the peeled pieces of whatever material this swivel chair is made of has ended up on my bedroom floor and I need to sweep it. Oh, definitely get yourself something new. I wonder if there's something you could do as a temporary fix for that. I can't think of anything that would stop it from crumbling. Yeah, just maybe if someone has a Costco membership, that's a good way to go. They tend to have really decent chairs for a decent price. I found that some places like Staples and stuff, the prices are scary. It's an office chair, guys. Elizabeth, I will buy a new desk chair this week or at least get a desk measurement and look at desk chairs and buy one next week. Perfect, yes. Do a little online pre-planning that we know sort of what you're going into. Hey Diane, so glad I checked. CalSTAT starts 3 p.m. Eastern. It should not. Bad calendar. That is good to know, and I will have to check that. I actually went and manually changed that, so why didn't it stay? That calendar likes to torture me. Let's see, Phyllis, I have been avoiding some household sorting tasks. I wrote them down today. I will be scheduling them on my calendar. Love that. Beautiful. Rita, those digital photos, I did find a bunch of unlabeled flash drives, so I may have already transferred them. Oh, interesting. Diane, my bad. I looked at the wrong Sunday. I'm like, hold on a second. I fight with that calendar, so it's good to know sometimes because I don't always win. Okay, let's see here. We are going to move to our next panel. We are in a new quarter, guys. Starts Monday. Unless you guys already started yesterday with October 1st, whichever way you do it, it's all good. Let's see. So, long range plans. What do you have that's new for Q4 that you're putting into your plans for this week? What do you need to prep or research for Q1? And I can't quite believe I'm saying that. It scares me and hurts my brain a little. Anything you need to remove or delay upon reflection that you realize that maybe Q4 isn't the right time for, or maybe it fits later on, more in November or December. Let's see, any new opportunities that popped up since you made your plan? I know we just made it, so it's a little less likely for that, but it happens. And how do they impact your future plans? Let's see, Elizabeth, I've had this current chair for at least 7 years now. Yeah, it's time for a new one. This chair has been peeling for a while and no more procrastinating on this. Definitely. Sounds good. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer up. And let's take a look at our new Q4 plans and the new projects that we are going to be bringing in and any new tasks that are related to that. Okay, guys, and go. What did you guys come up with? Elizabeth, it's hard to make time for reading when you have a full-time job, work out multiple times a week, and are writing a book series and deal with physical pain and have other things to do as well. I want to fit a bit of reading time somewhere in Q4, maybe Sunday evenings before bed are a good time to read. Nice. Yeah, maybe just as an unwind at the end of the day. Just even 10 minutes you could get so much reading done if you just give yourself 10 minutes before bed. And it's a very relaxing way to fall asleep too. Let's see. I highly recommend a Kindle for that. I love it. I have the Paperwhite, not the latest one, the one before that. And it's great. It's low light. It allows me to put so many books on there. I will admit I love it. Just an idea. Rita, nude for Q4, nano-related tasks for my almost new project. Interesting. Sign up at Instagram to follow fellow writers. Nice. No accounting for November. Oh, okay. Q1 YouTube content for me. Awesome. I love that. Excited. Yes, I will admit I kind of love Instagram. I don't know why I avoided it so much. It is fun. I like creating posts in Canva for it. All those little ideas that I have, instead of trying to, make a full video on it, I can just shoot out an Instagram post. I can share my ideas with you guys. I can help you guys out. And it just works for me. I love it. Rita, and set up my new writer's notebook with a binder and different kinds of paper instead of a notebook. Oh, interesting. What size did you settle on? Did you go for an A5 or did you go full size? Phyllis, excited to start thinking about Q1. I am starting to think about conferences and writing seminars I want to attend in Q1. Oh, I love that as a reward. That's perfect. A reward, but also for refilling the well and being around other creatives. And oh, that's beautiful. Let's see, Elizabeth, I think I will be setting up an LLC in Q1 so I can have it ready for when I get an editor later in 2023. Nice planning. Okay, guys, we are going to dive into our next panel. This one's usually the easier one for us. Our projects, active, current, new. When you're listing them out, your next task steps that are naturally going to allow you to move through that project. I mean, you can't, for example, you can't say publish the book if it hasn't been written yet, right? So those natural steps. So depending on a week where you are, maybe you're at the end of writing the book. And maybe for this week, you want to maybe start doing your read through of it. That would be a natural evolution. Using good, better, best goals to really encourage yourself, to push yourself but still being able to ensure success with the good. And moving from there, measured increments, so you can tell yourself, I finally figured out how to do I borrowed from Sarah and her goal of her third health goal, and I figured out that I can just average out the points per week, and that would be my stickies for the Kanban board. I was trying to figure out how to list these things out without creating total chaos. And so I just average it out, and I'll just add it up throughout my planner for the rest of the week. That's easy, right? And then any problems or delays you see coming up, maybe you're waiting on something that hasn't come back to you from an editor or proofreader, and any deadlines you have, get those down. Even if you miss them a little bit, if you know about them, you will make them or you're more likely to make them happen. And overall, are these projects serving your bigger goals? Let's see, Rita, A5, I think, so about half of a regular binder for 8x11 paper. Yeah, so it's like a perfect size for portability, right? Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's populate our plan with our projects and go. Okay, let's see. What did you guys come up there? Elizabeth, I plan to get 6 chapters in draft 2. Good 5, better 6, best 7. Beautiful. Love that. Elizabeth, I know I can't write draft 2 as quickly as draft 1 since thinking brainstorming takes time. So true. I can fly through a first draft by writing and not thinking much, but draft 2 involves a lot of mental effort. Oh, beautifully said. Beautifully said. Yes, so true. I am not being too kind to myself in the fact that I'm going to try to move through draft 4, which I know what I'm doing on that one, but at the same time try to start building book 2's kind of brainstorming, plotting, maybe outlining. This may be chaos that I'm creating, but I kind of want to start building it so that if there's something that I want to foreshadow or hint at in book 1, I can sort of do it. So I'm trying to kind of balance the two out. Phyllis, my plan is to have my manuscript loaded into First Draft Pro before NaNoWriMo. I want to complete a read-through revision during NaNoWriMo. I also plan to have a revision plan by the end of the year. Oh, that sounds fantastic. I like that. Okay, guys, which panel are we moving into? Let's see. Oh, our simpler ones here. Smaller tasks, guys. Chores, errands, meal planning, admin tasks, banking, bill due dates, self-care, sprints you want to attend, and can you batch any shorter tasks together so you're ensuring that you're more likely to get them done, because often we think of like 5 minutes tasks as being something that later, it's only gonna take me 5 minutes, no big deal, right? So this way, if you can batch it together, it becomes your series of admin tasks that you need to do. Each one of them only takes about 5 minutes, but if you put them together, they will be done in a more controlled way, right? And you're going to ensure them successfully getting done. Okay, guys, let's dive in. Oh, hold on, Rita. Read and edit the next 2 chapters. Nexus, revise and write 2 chapters that are needed to be inserted. Maple River, notes, outline, read the 2 chapters. Library Rock lessons, get organized. Oh, perfect. Now, when you say get organized, what are you getting organized for? Can you spell it out in some way to define it for yourself? It'll make it more easy for me to say, concrete, and you can be more likely to be able to shape what you need and bring in the resources that you need for it. Mary, I'm back. Decided to stick the rest of the stream out, then go back and watch the replay. So I'll be doing stuff out of order, but that's okay. You know the structure. So we're pretty. I mean, the way that we do this, if you miss a couple, you can go in and fill in those ones, and then you have your complete plan. I think this is. If you do them in order, it may be easier mentally to kind of structure it. But either way works, guys, because everything is sort of its own category, which was I did deliberately so that if you weren't quite ready to put down your projects, you could jump to your smaller tasks and so on and so forth and go back to it. Elizabeth, speaking of meal planning, I need to cook food today for lunches at work. I also plan to keep working out after work since my mental health is impacted by whether I exercise enough or not. Love that. Beautiful. Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up, and we are going to dive into our smaller tasks and populate our planner with all those little things that make life stay organized. And go. Nope, my bad. Getting a little too distracted to that. Okay, let's see. Mary, smaller tasks, doing my dishes, finishing my laundry, going to try, thank you for the reminder, I have to check if something went in the dryer, thank you for that. Going to try to attend every sprint that I can. Self-care is going to be journaling and some reading. Oh, beautiful. I love that you have the self-care in there. Yes, guys, schedule your self-care. Take care of yourselves. Very, very, very important. Anyone else? Rita, Mary? I am going to, I have to go dig up the times, but I did actually list out the sprints I want to attend this week. The only one I'm not entirely sure will happen is Melissa's, because that tends to be sort of our errand run around day, and I don't know if I can make it back here in time for it, but I want to try. So I do love to be on going on Melissa's. Let's see, Elizabeth, I need to buy something online, and that thing is very quick to do. Also, I need to take my eye drops 4 times a day, which means remembering to take it to work. Yes, and set a timer for yourself too. I plan to attend the 8 p.m. sprints on Monday. Perfect. Let's see, Phyllis, will the plan with me be at 3 p.m. Eastern on Sundays going forward? Oh yeah, today it was bumped because if I had tried to run it, at that time, it was a conflict of time. Like, we would have ended at the start time of the thing we need to go to this afternoon. So I had to I thought maybe to the 2:30, but then I'm like, oh, well, then I'm going to create tons of stress because I'm going to try to get out of the house and get there, and we have no wiggle room whatsoever. So I moved it up to 2. So yeah, going forward, it should be 3 unless something in life is coming into play, and then I move things around accordingly. Let's see, Rita, normal house chores, but I also need to deep clean, like vacuum. My daughter and her boyfriend will be home on the weekend. Sprints and videos, make that list for the rock lesson on October 13th. Beautiful. Love how specific that is. Okay, guys, we are heading into our more basic. Face it, this is the more normal thing that usually ends up on our planners, but as creatives, we think about the other things to ensure that what matters to us is happening. These tend to be the things that are, I don't want to call them distractions, the things that will often pull our attention away from our creative endeavors. So for the next 2 weeks, we're gonna pull up either your physical calendar or your Google Calendar or whatever it is you use to get all those dates down to remember. You need to look at events, birthdays, appointments, commitments, deadlines. Do you have any coming up in the near future that you need to be putting extra time toward? Note travel time, and if any action or prep is needed. Do you need to buy a birthday card, a birthday present? We're heading into this season of that thing that happens in December. Do you need to start planning for gifts and stuff, budgeting for it, anything like that? So basically start thinking these things through. We're heading into the year-end stuff. Is there anything you're planning like for Halloween that you kind of want to prep for? Your costume, maybe for one of your kids, something along those lines. All the fun is happening. We have Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving on the 10th here, so I'm very excited for that. You guys, I know all American friends will be having Thanksgiving in November, which is I celebrate with you guys as well on that. Let's see, Elizabeth, desk cleaning and some bedroom cleaning should get done. Perfect. Okay. Rita, and the writing sprint will be canceled this afternoon. As far as I know, I have not seen any cancellation on this event yet, so it should be a go. If for some reason something happens, watch for pop-up sprints to go on, and I will gladly sprint with you guys. But as far as I can see, everything is a go. So we should, if you guys, yesterday we did a bonus one, so if you want to replay yesterday's, that has 5 sprints on it to give you a nice, and you can, and it you know my structure. Very replayable, or at least I hope it is. Let's see, Elizabeth, I have something scheduled in November and I need to find someone for something, or else I'll reschedule and do it with this other person instead. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's get our 2-minute timer up and let's look at those calendars and see what we need to populate our plan with of the things that we are obligated to do and get done. Ouch. No. Okay, let's see. Speaking of Thanksgiving, I just realized this is the week I need to prep for that. It won't be technically till the following week, but the prep time is this week. Let's see. Phyllis, I have a birthday in November. I usually don't plan anything, but consider it this year. It is around the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. I need to schedule some time off. Perfect. Let's see. Thanksgiving? Oh, you'd probably share one with my hubby. Very close anyway. Let's see. Mary, 2 appointments this week. Next week is payday, so I'll need to budget my upcoming income. My birthday is also on November 19th, to be exact. Perfect. Well, happy birthday to you guys in advance, and of course we will celebrate you when we get closer. Okay, guys. Okay, what are we moving into now? This one, because we have things like Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving and NaNoWriMo and what else, all the things that go with the last quarter of the year. Is there anywhere that you need to create a buffer so that you have things set up to give yourself more writing time, say for NaNoWriMo? You are going to do, it's the November one, so it's a standard 50K. I know that Elizabeth is going for 100, which is awesome, and I am joining you in that endeavor. I think that's really cool. So if there's anything you want to get ahead of to make a buffer time so that some things are off your plate when you get around to NaNoWriMo, That could even include like dinner preps and stuff like that. Maybe you can start making some frozen meals in ahead of time so that you can easily have them ready and you can eat healthy during NaNoWriMo, which I highly recommend. If you do I don't recommend doing the snacks and the salty sweet snacks because you will not feel very good by the end of NaNoWriMo. So try to prep for some healthy food there, guys. Let's see, any vacations that you have coming up, any conferences that you have coming up. Often we say we're going to write during conferences, but that does not usually happen because this is an opportunity to socialize and to learn. So writing time tends to take sort of a back seat. Any self-care breaks that you guys can include. If you see that a week is going to be really super heavy with some deadlines, can you schedule in a little bit of a self-care break just following that to give yourself at that time? Schedule in some mental health days as well. Even if you don't necessarily use them that week, you kind of already got them in your plan so you can move them around as needed. And how does this serve you? Let's see, Elizabeth, my mother's birthday is on October 10th. Oh, sweet. Happy birthday. Let's see, Rita, Thanksgiving supper with family Canva workshop on weekend of October 14th to 16th on Discord. Oh, interesting. Virtual writing retreats for heart breathings. Rock lesson is October 13th. Very cool. Yes, we have a virtual writing retreat coming, guys. I'm so excited. Elizabeth, I tend to be more productive on writing when it's cold outside. Yeah, the outside, when it's lovely outside, that really does pull your attention, doesn't it? Phyllis, I have an academic writing conference next week. I need to plan for some time to do some academic writing next year. This is separate from my creative writing project. Oh, interesting. Elizabeth, nuts can be super salty, but I like lightly salty nuts, and that is a great snack. It is, yes. Fruit is an amazing snack. I love eating fruit. Yes, and if you pre-prep, you're far more likely to eat it because all you do is take some and go, right? Okay, guys, let's get that 2-minute timer up and figure out if there's any place that we need to make ourselves some pockets of time so that we can be successful in our endeavors. And go. Oops. Okay, let's see. What do we have? with have a container of nuts sitting on my desk. Perfect. See, Rita, groceries. Get all the ingredients for smoothies and healthy snacks. Oh, good one. Get those notes clear for me. Movie breaks, breathe, and read lots of tarot cards. Oh, and lots of cards. Perfect. Yes, love that. Let's see, Phyllis, Coach Bree conducts some writing and yoga sessions during NaNoWriMo. I plan to sign up for them. Oh, interesting. Okay. YouTube? Let us know. Let's see. Elizabeth, if I use these eye drops 4 times a day and it still isn't helping, I'll probably be scheduling an appointment with an ENT and a neurologist. I do have head pressure in the back of my head. Ooh. Also, I have a dentist appointment after work on November 1st. Not my favorite way to start Nano. No! Start writing at midnight. Have a pre-writing session before you go to bed, or write at lunch or something beforehand. Get your words in somewhere, right? Try not to have 0 days. That is my best advice for NaNoWriMo. Even if you write 100 words, it keeps the story fresh with you, and it just makes it easier, and you don't guilt yourself because you didn't write that day. So even if it's, if it is 11:50 p.m. and you haven't written, write for 10 minutes and get those numbers in, and it's amazing how that will help you and keep you going. Let's see, Mary, I'm taking today as a self-care day, including planning as part of that. This is helping me clear the clutter from my mind and slow down racing thoughts. Oh, beautiful. Phyllis, the yoga and writing sessions will be on the NaNoWriMo page under events. You can sign up there. Oh, sweet. I'll check that out. Rita, thanks for the reminder, Phyllis. I need to find yoga videos on YouTube. Sweet. I love this cooperation. Okay, guys, let's do Elaine's other favorite one. Reality check. Can you successfully manage to do everything you have chosen with the time you have? What should you delay? Protect yourself from burnout. As always, guys, remember, we're scheduling our self-care. We're being realistic about our time and looking at what we can get done. We can always get more done, but if we put too much on our plate, we create frustration, overwhelm, burnout, and then we spiral and we get even less done. So always try to give yourself enough tasks that you are making the progress you want to make, but also the room that life can happen, because life happens, guys. And also you can still make progress on the projects you're working on and see forward motion every week. Some weeks it'll be a little, some weeks it'll be a lot, right? Okay, guys, let's do this 2-minute timer for our reality check. Go through. You can, if you need to, if you think maybe something is going to be too much, half the goal. You can always, if you end up having more time, do more of it. But if you half it or quarter it, whatever, piece it down a little bit. So that way you're going to see progress during the week, but it's not going to be overwhelming to you. Let's see, Elizabeth, I have some teeth pain, but that seems to stem from my sinuses. Thankfully, when I listened to binaural beats for sinuses twice last month, that got rid of the swelling in my face. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, guys, 2-minute timer. Let's do our reality check. Okay, let's see here. Where do we go here? Phyllis, thanks for the relay check. I just removed an event that I don't have time for. I have some other priority appointments that day. Oh, sweet. Let's see. Elizabeth, I can do what I have set for myself to do. I do have plans to go to a fair with my father, and maybe my sister and her friend will join, so that'll take up some time, but I can write early in the AM. Sweet. I like the strategy there. Let's see. Rita, reality check, accounting for October, 1 day a week and not 2. Oh, nice. For November, no accounting. I have no excuse not to write a minimum of 2,000 words a day. Self-care, more reading time, videos for Nano. What is your strategy for the 2,000 words a day? Is that 4 sprints? Are you going to attend sprints to make that happen? Are you going to, do you have a plan to be at your desk at a specific time? How are you structuring that? Let's see, Elizabeth, on Saturday before we leave to go to the fair. Perfect. Phyllis, one other quick question. Do you plan to have writing sprints on Saturday at 5 p.m. going forward? Oh, yes. Saturday should stay at 5 p.m. at least, like I said, unless something has to be wiggled around. So the regular structure should be Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern for writing sprints. Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern for the plan with me. That way we still have time to get things done if we haven't gotten them done yet. There's still a bit of Sunday left. It gives us that bit of a buffer, naturally built right in. And then we should follow with a 5 p.m. Writing sprints on Sundays. And that should be the standard structure. Of course, things will come along, virtual writing retreats, things like that. During the virtual writing retreat, we'll have to find a home for our planning session. I have not figured that out yet, but I will do my best to give you guys a heads up, hopefully the week before at the very least. But I don't know yet because we don't have that open a time then. We're going to be squashing it a little bit. So hopefully we can still squeeze it in there, maybe after Lisa's. We'll see. Let's see, Mary, I may need to pick specific streams I want to attend. It's impossible to attend every single one. Oh yeah, don't burn yourself out. The laundry, I'm tackling a small load per day to reduce the overwhelm it's causing. Oh, great plan. Love that. Phyllis, reality check. I also realize I don't have the bandwidth to study for a professional certification this year. I'm going to move it to next year, possibly Q1 or Q2 2023. Sweet. I love that. See, those are one of those limitations, right? We realize that when you realize that something else is interfering. Love that. Let's see. Rita, attend all the sprints. Be ready for all writing at 8 a.m. Nice. Okay, guys, we are finally going into our last panel. Next steps. You're going to populate your planner. Create your master plan or ideal week. This is just your overview. Things are going to change, things are going to happen, but if you give yourselves an overall sort of pre-plan, you can at least sort of move things around and see what needs to be happening. You might realize that you have something on a Tuesday, it's just not going to work because blah 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 is happening. Then you just move it to Wednesday if there's a spot for it, or Thursday, right? Please schedule your self-care, at least half of it, guys. That way you're ensuring that you're protecting yourself from overwhelm and burnout. Create Monday's daily plan. If you get to sit down tonight afterwards and just create that, get it started. You may not fill out the entire plan, but get your top 3 on there. So you know that tomorrow you can start fresh and just dive right on in, ready to go. Celebrate your successes. As always, I feel like I should put that at the top of the list. Ever since we started this, I feel like we get so much more done and we're making real progress on our projects. And the tasks that used to overwhelm us and steal our time, they're getting done, but we're recognizing them for what they are. Yeah, they have to happen, but we're ensuring we're protecting our creative selves as well. Follow the plan and build your dreams, and I will see you guys next week. If the if the sprints are going to happen, I will try to get something up with a half hour ahead. But as far as I know, like I said, it looks like everything is a go. The weather's a go. No cancellation notices. So it looks like we're heading up for the afternoon into the sun. Okay, guys, I will see you next week for our regular timing of the... Oh no, Elaine! We get to see you though. That's okay. I missed it. I'll have to catch the replay, but last minute hi, and like, I love it. Thank you, hon. We went an hour earlier. You that is your sleep time. We understand. We are not going to interfere with that. Okay, guys, I will see you next weekend for our writing sprints on Saturday at 5 p.m. and Sunday 3 p.m. for our plan with me, and 5 p.m. for our writing sprints on Sunday. You are so welcome, Elizabeth. I'm glad you guys keep joining me. Like I said, we have gotten so much more done together. I love this. I love hearing the different planners you guys are using, the different strategies. We are learning so much together. I love this. Thank you guys for joining me. Phyllis, you are so welcome. And I am ready for my week. Oh, I love that. Okay, guys, I will see you throughout the week. I'm going to try tonight. We should have everything wrapped up. So maybe tonight on Lisa's sprints. She's starting doing some Sunday night sprints here. Let's see. Elaine, have a great week, everyone. Definitely. Fireworks? Yes, of course, Phyllis. Let's get some fireworks. This is good. Okay, guys, you are, Elizabeth, this hour felt like a few minutes. Oh, interesting. Hopefully productive. Does that mean I've moved a few things around? I tweaked them a bit because I felt like we were kind of doing a few things as separate blocks, and I didn't feel like that was serving us well. So I've refined and made things go a little tighter. So hopefully that's what you're feeling. All right, thank you. You're so welcome. Have a great week, definitely. Wow, that flew by. Awesome. Love it. Thanks. I feel like I haven't earned them, but I'll take them. Love it, Elaine. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Have an amazing rest of your week. Hopefully I'll see you tonight on Lisa's sprints. If not, I'll see you throughout the week, and I'll definitely see you Saturday at 5 p.m. Okay, guys, have a great week, and I will see you soon.